Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. We now live in a digital age where we can track, organize, and understand our lives much more deeply than ever before. So today I want to show you how I use the Notion app to track and manage the most important aspects of my life on a daily basis. I first began keeping track of tasks and things I do on a day-to-day basis back when I was in college in 2010. Around this time I had a lot going on in my life. I had a job, I was going to college, painting in my free time, and I was also in a relationship with someone. So every day I would make a list of things that I needed to get done, needed to do, and I would do my best to mark them off the list every day. This was the beginning of my journey into productivity and being more efficient and in control of my life and the things that I do. Eventually, many years later, this became a computerized to-do list, which enabled me to track many more things and categorize tasks based on different areas of my life. I used a to-do list system for many years and it worked well for me, but the area that I struggled with the most was keeping notes and keeping it all organized. So at the time, I was just basically using the Apple Notes app that was on my computer to track everything in my life and my business. But it just became unmanageable to categorize and keep track of it the way that I needed to be more efficient. And eventually this led me to the app Notion. I don't exactly remember how I found Notion, but I'm glad I did and started using it. It's kind of funny to say, but the truth is this app has really changed my life in regards to productivity, efficiency, and just organizing my life and my thoughts in general. This app has enabled me to categorize my life, my business, and my day job work so that I don't have to keep everything in my head. It allows me to create pages, lists, databases, and systems however I like, and to manage them the best way that's the most efficient for me. And once I began doing this, the crazy thing is that I just felt a sense of clarity in my life that I've never had before. I was now able to see my life as these different sections that I could now put my thoughts into. I'm finally able to understand and prioritize what's most important in my life. And having this visual method of organization where I can just see everything, really a big help for me being a visual learner. And it just lessened all the chaos in my mind. Now I'd like to share with you how I began to build up my second brain inside of this Notion app. So I slowly built up my list of pages and sections over time based on the need to track something in my life. So one of the first things that became clear to me that is I wanted to separate my business from my life. So that was really clear and very easy to separate. So once I had this clear separation, now I could start building out different sections within each of these umbrellas and kind of build them out underneath my business and my life. I then further began creating natural categories for my life, like health, exercise, car maintenance, music, philosophy, calendar, a journal, tracking daily habits, things like that. So all of these categories end up creating pages within my Notion app where I can now keep lists of certain things that I want to do, track finances, write journal entries. So now I'd like to show you on the computer here all the different sections of my Notion, how I kind of use some of the most important sections, and maybe I'll just give you some ideas maybe for your life, how you can track things. So yeah, let's jump right into it. So this is a dashboard. These are all just page links and stuff. These are all my personal life over here, daily life. And then my business, I have another dashboard actually that I created for Schaefer Art. So I'm going to open that one now, show you guys that dashboard. Got a bunch of other topics here, product creation, content creation, and resources, just a lot of stuff, some budget and things like that. So this is kind of how I've sectioned and managed everything. I have business goals, business projects. So each one of these pages just has whatever info that I want to build out, with certain databases and things. Going back to my main dashboard here, this is business actions on the side. This is tasks that I need to do this week or within the next 2 weeks. And as I scroll down, I have a calendar and I also have like a to-do list that I've been using for many, many years. And then I have my day job project task currently, which I actually have my day job as its own section here. So I'll show you around. There's a lot of different pages here. I have a calendar, budget, book and movie list, journal, tracker, sleep tracker, all this stuff. Some of the stuff I don't use all the time, just when necessary. But something else I use on a daily basis, what I really like to use a lot is kind of this daily, I call it God mode. So this is my daily thing. I have my business log here, stuff that I track, what I do for my business every day, when I do it, what I focus on. My daily habit tracker where I do yoga, study language, Malay language, and going for a walk. Exercises that I do, I track. Prayers as a Muslim that I do every day, I track those as well. And then owl drawings that I do. Haven't done those in a little while, but And then I have this kind of navigation over here that sends me to other pages that I want, YouTube system, my dashboard for my business, anything that I want to have a quick link to that I can click on, very convenient. And then down here I can just type other stuff. I can build out this whole page the way that I want, but I've been using this as kind of my daily thing to keep me on track with what I need to get done. And it's been working very well for me this year. And for the last few months, been very good at keeping track of everything. So a lot of this whole section here, these are linked databases that connect to these other pages. I have a tracker, so my daily habit tracker. That's something, if I click this tracker, now here's the full view of the database for this year. You can see I've been pretty consistent with things. And then this is the results, 2023 tracker results. So these are my results from January, February, March, etc. You can see it in real time, what I've done. So every time I make a check mark, I make a change here, it'll update the numbers automatically. So it's really cool. I can go and get instant feedback basically. And that's what I really like about Notion and all this. All of this has brought me clarity. As I've said, I mean, this just segments my life the way that I need it to be segmented up, my daily life broken up into these things, my business broken up into its things so that I can track things. I can stay on task. I can be productive, and I just have more clarity in my life. All these pages have different things that I track. I'm not going to go into all of them, but they're just stuff that I've collected over the years, things that I want to do. I'll show you my book and movie list. So I keep track of like movies I want to watch or movies that I have watched, and then books that I'm currently reading or books that I want to read, business books, personal books, all kinds of stuff. Like I just keep track of everything because it's good that I can always go back to this. It's always here. I don't have to keep everything in my head. Everything's in one place, so to speak. So I don't have to worry that much. Everything's easy to find. I tracked my sleep for 1 year. I might make a video about that and what I learned, but I don't really do this anymore. But I tracked it for 1 year, and this is kind of what I've learned and stuff. It's really crazy. So it's cool because I learned stuff about my own life that I did. I learned about my sleep habits and how it was affecting my health. I could see that my mood changed when I got less sleep. And I see that when I get less sleep through over the whole entire year, it's like I stayed up for it's like I missed 12 days of sleep or something. If you just miss like 1 or 2 hours of sleep here and there, you're missing like 12 days of sleep throughout the entire year. And I'm like, wow, that is insane. Imagine doing imagine pulling 12 all-nighters, throughout the year. It'd be like very difficult to do, but if you don't sleep enough, then that's what happens. So I got all these revelations. I can keep track of my car maintenance, just all kind of stuff. And I find this app to be very useful. So this is kind of how I go about my daily life, track things, get things done, and how I try to keep track of my life. So yeah, I hope you found this helpful or insightful. If you have any questions and more in depth, I'd be glad to explain things deeper. But yeah, that's kind of the gist of it. So there we go. All right, so that was my Notion. That was kind of my second brain, something that's really been beneficial for my life. It's really changed my life in the past 1 to 2 years now, almost 2 years. It's just made me more productive, more efficient. I understand, my sleep patterns, everything that's important to my life. I've understood it, and I either improved my life or changed things that needed to be changed or just kept going with something that I was good at. And it's just brought way more clarity and less chaos to my life. So I definitely recommend you give it a shot, try it out, at least for some little part of your life. I think it'll be useful for you. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. I make videos on productivity, creativity, art, drawing, all kinds of stuff dealing with art and life. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Take care of yourself. Peace, my friends.